All right, let's go by the numbers for Lake Tansi, Tennessee. There are currently 22 single-family homes listed as active for sale on the Knoxville MLS, with a median list price of $279,700. The high list price leaderboard is led by $899,000. Median list price per square foot is $216. Average days on market is 90, and median days is 47. 60% of all the active listings have had price decreases since hitting the market. Number of sold listings in the last 30 days is 6, with a median sold price per square foot of 174. Median sold days on market is 85. The sold price to list price ratio is 1%. The contract ratio is 9.1%. And the absorption rate is 27.3, which works out to 3.7 months of inventory. There are just 2 pending listings, and in the last 10 days, there was 1 additional listing adding to the market and 2 expired listings in the last 30 days. The median rental price in the Lake Tansi community is $1,250, and in the last 30 days, the high sales price winner went for $620,000. Congratulations to the winner. So anyone that's been tracking our market reports knows how we feel. Everyone has an opinion when it comes to real estate, but we like to stick by the numbers. And here's why, because the numbers tell the story. A little brief testimonial. Back in 2008, I was in the Scottsdale market in Arizona, and we got hammered. We had come to rely upon the economic fallacy that growth is inevitable, and we failed to see the writing on the wall. So now this time around, there's still all kinds of talk of gloom and doom and markets bursting, and I would disabuse people. I would be glad to talk about why I feel that it's not necessarily the same thing. Everything boils down to, do they still want to come? If you've been watching for a while, you've heard me say that too. That said, let's tear apart some of these numbers, because here in the Tansi community, I see some telltale signs of shifting. So let's pull things apart a little bit. First of all, let's look at the median sold price to list price ratio. 92.1%. Now, that's the lowest number that I've encountered in probably the last year since I've been doing this, which means that people are speculating. They're not being reasonable to what the market is demanding, and they're listing their prices higher, and they're ultimately selling for considerably less. Most of the middle of the state here, I'm looking at 94, 95, 96%. In some more active communities like Fairfield Glade, it's still 99, 98, 97%. But here we're down to 92.1%. The contract ratio is 9.1%. So what is the contract ratio? It's the sold to list price ratio. So the number of solds was 6, and you divide it by 22. It's one of those things that we like to track to look for regularity month to month to month. And then when all of a sudden the number changes, and then that change is sustained over time, then we begin to say, okay, the shift is here, and then we track it and see if the number worsens or if it improves. The absorption rate, similar. It's going to take the sold listings and divide it by the homes for sale. Again, these numbers tell us whether it's a relative buyer or seller market. Here, the absorption rate is 3.7 months, still a seller's market when you look at that number. But when we look at the other numbers together, well, people are taking haircuts by the ton in the community. 60% of the listings have had price decreases. That's the highest that I've seen since I've begun tracking the numbers here in Tennessee. Is the market failing in Tennessee, or are people exuberant because of the summer market is here? It's lake time. People come in, they fall in love with the locale. I think that some of that is going on. So, you know the deal. Like, follow. If you have any questions, give us a call. We're here to help. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.